Fuck it, let's live.
Did somebody say light up? Good evening, stoners, potheads, and anybody else that decided to join us. And welcome to another episode of Gear Wizard TV. As always, I am your wizard, the wizard. A wizard? But with me, as always, my little buddy, my friend to the end. It's JD.
Hello, hello. I believe it was you who said let's light up.
I'm lit up.
You are lit up. Uh, Thank you for having me, Wizard. Welcome back. It's been a bit of a recess, few weeks away. What are you smoking tonight?
I am smoking a delightful little new strain called Grape Bubblegum.
Ooh.
It is perhaps the purplest weed that I have smoked in a long time. Uh, there's one contender, but we won't get into that. Uh, really, really good, and a new paper tonight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Did you
we've had
really?
these.
What you got?
Raw had released these a couple years ago. The Lyrical Lemonade. Wow, my
Ah, they're
camera
grape.
has decided to swap.
That showed up. I was reading it.
It wasn't backwards.
It
Okay, it
was
just
not.
looks backwards to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was the Lyrical Lemonade before,
Ah.
and this one is a lemonade grape. But they're not flavored papers per se. They're actually infused with terpenes.
Oh, okay. I bet that tastes delicious then.
It tastes delicious, and theoretically, it'll add a little something something to the high.
Yeah.
I don't know,
I mean, if you believe it will, it will.
but it's got
That's
pretty
what I say.
designs on the paper,
Nice.
and sometimes that's all you need.
Hmm.
It's very slow burning, which means it goes out a lot
Hmm.
if you're smoking it by yourself.
Well, then you better smoke for two.
And I do smoke alone because I live in the forest.
Yeah.
Shit's falling on the floor.
Has it got started to get cold there yet in the forest?
We actually have had a fire. It got warm
Really?
again the last couple days. It's been 80 during the day and like 60 at night.
Yeah. Well, it's still 90 here.
We had 2 or 3 nights of 30 degrees.
Oh, I love it. I mean, a
I
little
don't.
too early, but
I
that's
don't
because you
love
don't
it,
live in.
but
That's because you haven't been stuck in 98-degree weather for the past 4 months straight. I wouldn't love it after day 3, but I would love it for the first 2 days. Let me tell you that.
I was in it for a couple days,
Yeah.
couple weeks,
Mhm.
which explains our absence a little bit. I spent 2 weeks in lovely Austin, Texas, attending Fantastic Fest, my 20th year attending Fantastic Fest.
Coincidentally, the 20th year of the fest, right?
Yes,
Wow, that's wild. You haven't missed one since its inception.
I have
How
not.
how many approximately? How many of you are there, do you think? People who've been around since the very first one who've never missed a single year.
Not many of us. There's
You,
probably less than 50, if I had to
yeah.
guess. We didn't have a meeting or anything.
No, I was wondering if there was like a group, like a core. I mean, I
No,
guess you guys.
several of those folks dropped off for various reasons.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. 20 years. That's gonna happen.
but in the plus 15 years, I'd say there's a couple hundred.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple hundred folks that have been going for 15 years or more.
It's pretty impressive. I don't know. I don't know that every film festival Well, I do know that not every film festival. I don't know. I should say I don't know if any other film festival has that type of like family sort of camaraderie aspect to it.
I don't know that a lot of them can build that. Like one of the nice things about Fantastic Fest, because it's all in one place.
Hmm.
You spend a lot of time in that one place, and you build that community in
Yeah.
between movies. Uh, the movies run in blocks throughout the day, so there's always a period of time where there's no,
Mm.
and especially for the people that are hardcore and go to most of the screenings, you build a little community around that.
Mm.
And I don't know that that happens when you're bouncing from theater to theater.
I imagine that it doesn't. I also think that most film festivals are just have a different vibe than Fantastic Fest does as well, where it's
Like
more
really the
about
only
the
big festival I've been to is South by, and I did
mm,
that once.
yeah, much
And
different vibe.
that was more than enough
Yeah.
to know that that was not my vibe.
Uh,
And of course, Fantastic Fest has changed a lot over the
sure.
years,
Maybe that's for the best in some ways.
which is where some of those longtime folks dropped off. There's a point at which some people say this is too different and it's not my vibe anymore.
Yeah. Was Tim there?
Tim was there. Yes, Tim is
Hmm.
back to having a large presence again.
Nice.
He's still not the director.
Yeah. Well, he's got his own. I think he's opening up a theater in New York that's like a prize. It's a whole new business venture. I think
Oh, it
he's
looks
way
crazy.
outside of yeah. I think he's not involved with regular Alamo Draft House at all anymore, is he?
I don't think so. No.
I don't think so either. That's
If
cool that
so,
he's
it's some
still into
sort
the
of an
festival though.
advisory thing.
Yeah.
But no, he's doing the opening, which I didn't get to go to the opening. Well,
Mhm.
I chose not to go to the opening movie, but I would not have been in that theater anyway, where he does his whole Welcome to Fantastic Fest thing.
Yeah.
Uh, but I saw him around, just hey Tim,
Yeah.
sort of an interaction. Uh, but yeah, it has changed quite a bit. Uh, he who shall not be named is no longer in any way affiliated or show up, and that's
Oh,
kind of nice.
I don't think he's been. Yeah, he lives hundreds of miles away from Austin now. Anyways, assuming that we're talking about the same Jolly
Ah, we
Red
are.
fellow. Okay.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
we are.
I don't think he's even been within the city limits in a decade at this point. Close to. I have no concept of time, but it's been a few years.
Not
A
long enough.
decade is yeah, not long enough.
Not long enough.
If you're listening or watching, it's you know you know. If you don't know, you don't know, and that's okay. That's
You
all.
don't. You don't need to know.
We're stoners and we speak in cryptic riddles.
We're here to talk about fun things and good things.
Yes.
Speaking of which, before we get to the movie that brings us all together tonight, Your Highness, uh, I had an idea for some future episodes. So a game that I dearly love is having its, I don't, what do you call a sequel game? A sequel?
Yeah.
Power Wash Simulator
Definitely a sequel.
is releasing its sequel, Power
Mhm.
Wash Simulator 2.
Sequel,
Here in
follow
a
up.
couple of weeks, October 23rd is the release date, just announced this week. I've been following this thing a tiny bit obsessively. Uh, and one of the things it supports is group play, social play. So I'm thinking we can do the story here, or at least parts of it, and play it together.
I am on board.
Because I think it's a stoner game.
And I think all video games are stoner games.
But this more so than most
Hmm.
because it is very chill. Just gonna clean stuff. Stuff is dirty, it needs to be cleaned. And then we're gonna pet cats and occasionally look for gnomes. And what's more stonery than petting cats and looking for gnomes?
You tell me.
But there is a mystery. So have you played Power Wash Simulator?
I have not, but I've seen you play it.
Are you at all familiar with the story of
Only
Power
that it
Wash
has
Simulator?
only that it has something to do with cats. So not really.
There are definitely cats. But I have to say, when I first started playing this game, I was expecting it to be a game where you just wash shit with a power washer, and
Mhm.
perhaps there would be some backstory to link you to the jobs. And I was expecting it to be very, very mundane and very much a means to an end, but not much out of it. And to
Mhm.
be fair, when you start the game, Power Wash Simulator 1, it is fairly mundane, kind of humorous, but at a certain point, it starts getting weird. Like to the point I hadn't been paying attention because it was very mundane, and I had to go back and
Oh
wait,
wow.
wait, wait, wait. What have I missed?
Uh
And then it gets weirder. And then the spaceship shows up,
Okay.
and perhaps at some point we'll have an episode we can go over the story and kind of talk about what happens to get ready
Yeah,
for
let's do
Power
that.
Wash Simulator 2.
Let's do that. It sounds like there's a lot to go over.
The Stoner video game, we uh we can cross stream that one to Twitch.
Oh, now you're talking.
Maybe get those folks involved. But that
Whoever.
brings us to Your Highness, which, if I remember correctly, was actually your pick.
I remembered it being your pick, so maybe it was Jeff's pick then. Who knows? So this is a movie that I had seen once, but didn't remember anything about. I knew that I had seen it, and there were like maybe two or three moments while watching the movie that I said like, yeah, I remember this moment. Um, that was it. How about you? What was your experience with it?
I had never seen this movie. I was only vaguely familiar with it.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh, it's not playing. I thought it was
no,
playing.
no, I have not started it yet. I
Oh,
want to say in 2011, there's probably a lot going on
yeah. It's
in
the year
my
I moved to
life.
Texas.
And I know I was seeing a lot of movies, but somehow this one eluded me.
It was a big old flop.
Oh, it was a huge flop, so it
Yeah.
definitely went around long.
No, it eluded most people.
What was this one? I want to say 50 million. Yes,
50,
$50 million budget,
yeah, it made
and
about
it made
26 million.
28 according to the Wikipedias, but
28. There you go.
I'm sure that just depends on whose
Mhm.
questionable accounting you're reading.
Well, sometimes eights look like sixes to me. That's what that was. Also, I didn't realize this until right now when I'm looking at my little cheat sheet that I pulled up on the internet. I thought the whole movie, I thought that both of their names were Thaddeus. I thought that Danny McBride's name was Thaddeus and James Franco's name was Thaddeus. And I actually really liked that joke. And I thought that that was like intentional. But no, Danny McBride is Thaddeus and James Franco is Fabius. Fabi with an F. But
Fabby with an F.
yeah, but really they sound very similar, don't they?
So we open up
With the sexual assault.
in the past.
Um,
I think we're vaguely told this was in the past.
mhm.
And there's an evil wizard trying to do some sort of sexual assault magic.
Yep. Like you do.
Would that be blood sugar sex magic or just sex magic?
I think I think it would be at least blood sex magic. So let's put some sugar in there.
And we're saved by some knights.
Yeah.
And here's our only hint: this is not on Earth. There's two moons. Now, I have to admit, they have me hooked here because it's hard to lose me if you give me a bunch of little people.
Man, you must love the movie Willow.
I do. Willow is awesome. I haven't seen that in years. That might be a
Yeah,
total recall.
it's there's I was gonna say it's one of those movies that maybe should stay in the past, but no, it's got some good stuff. I watched Willow in the past 5 years. I liked it. I was gonna be hard on it, but
See, that's
there's some
very
good
much
stuff.
appropriate for total recall.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Mhm. So this was a funny gag here. He's being hanged for having sex with the dwarf king's wife or whatever, but they're hanging him on a little person gallows. So gallows, is that the right word?
Yeah.
Stalks, whatever. Yeah,
Yes.
gallows.
Gallows.
They're hanging him on a
Gallows.
little person gallows. So when the trap door falls out, he just falls like 2 feet to the ground, and he's just still standing up. So he takes off the noose and runs away.
I couldn't decide if I liked the opening credits or if I hated the opening credits.
That's maybe how I feel about this entire movie, top to bottom.
Spoiler.
Yeah. So this is a movie by David Gordon Green, this is not the first movie that we've watched from him on this show. He did Pineapple Express. And so basically it's Danny McBride from Pineapple Express. If Danny McBride from Pineapple Express were a medieval knight, more or less. I mean, Danny McBride, whether you like him or hate him, he does what he does. He's Danny McBride.
And
Um,
he and David Gordon Green were playing a game where you would come up with a movie title, and then the other person would have to say what the movie was about.
yeah.
And they came up with Your Highness, and the one line description was, uh, "A prince smokes a lot of weed and fights dragons."
Yeah, and it was really just supposed to be a joke. Like, they just made it as a bit of a goof. Really like Charles Dance cameo. Not well, it's a little more than a cameo, I guess, but Charles Dance from Lord of the Rings fame. He was one of the Lannisters.
That would be Game of Thrones,
Did I
my
say?
friend.
I think I said Lord of the Rings. Yes, I
Oh,
did.
you said Lord of the Rings.
Oh, no,
Uh,
Charles Dance, Game of
made
Thrones,
me cringe.
Tywin Lannister. He was Tywin Lannister.
Perhaps one of the most evil men on the show,
Um,
including the Night King himself. Yeah,
yeah, he
not
was
a good guy. Not a good
no,
guy.
not a
Speaking
good.
of not a good guy,
He was a better king than his nephew, though, or grandson, or whatever the hell Joffrey was to him. Definitely better than him.
we have Mr. Franco once again.
Uh Franco, by the way, barely looked at the script for this movie. It basically just got high and sort of improvised and went on. I think he said he just played the vibes the whole
Most
movie.
of the movie is improvised. They had
Yeah.
a very loosely written script.
That's why so much of the movie feels like it's just like really 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 cliche like D&D fantasy lines and things because yeah, they were
The
just
fact that there was no script shows.
yes. There you go, Prince Fabius. So like I said, I had the subtitles on when I watched this. I would have known all along that they did not have the same name.
I've gotten spoiled by subtitles. They're kind of awesome.
Mm-hmm. When they are, they are. Like I feel like not all subtitles are created equally.
That is true.
I like the subtitles. I like it when you watch a movie or a show and the subtitles aren't in a fixed location. Like if somebody's on the left side of the screen talking, they'll be on the left and on the right. Like they'll move around a little bit to kind of give context clues for who's speaking if there's multiple people talking. I
Yeah,
like
but that
the
has to be done by the editor.
right. It's definitely much more of a dynamic thing. But that is my favorite type of subtitle.
I felt really bad for Courtney through this whole movie.
Yeah, how come? Just the obvious reasons.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
well, A his name. Let's
Uh,
just throw that out there. That's a horrible name. Thundarian.
which
Sorry,
one
I
is
got
Thundarian?
distracted.
Is that
I don't know. I just the name
yeah.
Thundarian. It's a good name. Makes me think of Thundercats
Makes me think of Thundar the Barbarian.
or Thundar the Barbarian.
Were you a Thundercats fan?
Oh yeah, totally, totally. Still am.
Yeah. I am not super. I mean, I saw it a few times when I was a kid. I was into it. Had some of the toys, but was never into it the way I was like He Man and I guess
He-Man's good,
Transformers. Those were the ones that I really liked.
but Moonra is like the best villain.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Moonra makes that show
Scarier than Skeletor. Less comedic.
for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, these two guys don't get along. Nobody really likes Danny McBride's character, Daddy,
Yeah. Yeah. Including the audience.
including the audience.
he's 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 just Danny McBride. He's I don't know. Like I for 30 years, however long Danny McBride has been on the scene, since he's bound and down, I have not known whether or not I really, really like Danny McBride or I fucking hate Danny McBride. And
Depends on what he's in.
I think it just depends on on me, honestly. Like I mean, yes, maybe to some extent what he's in too, but like I think it just depends on like if I'm ready for Danny McBride or not. Like if I'm in the right vibe to
So
get
you
what he's
said
gonna
he's
do.
bound and down. Have you seen the Foot Fist Way?
Yeah.
Okay, because that was my first
Uh
McBride, and
I don't really remember it, but I remember that I really liked it. I did like that one.
oh, it's uncomfortable to watch.
I believe it.
It's just horribly uncomfortable to watch, but he's so good.
Yeah. Oh, quick trivia that I know you'll know the answer to. This mechanical pigeon is a reference to what movie?
Oh, Clash of the Titans
Yeah, of course.
and Bubo.
hmm I wasn't expecting you to remember the name right away. I didn't remember the name until you said it. So
Oh yeah,
good
Bubo.
job. Yeah.
He's a mechanical version of Athena's owl, Bubo.
Yes.
I've watched that movie a bunch.
The original, obviously, right?
Harry Hamlin, yes.
Yeah.
Uh, I've heard that there's another one, but
Yeah,
I've
there is,
watched it.
and I know I saw it, but I don't. It's kind of it's one of those. There's a lot of movies out there that I know I saw because I just know that like I remember like yeah I would have gone to see that, but I couldn't tell you a single thing. I don't even remember who was in the remake. It's one of those. Whenever a remake happens for a beloved movie, the geek community, not so much anymore because I think that we all figured it out. But for like the longest time, whenever there'd be a remake to a beloved movie, people would be like, "No, it's gonna ruin the original." But then what really happens is that if it's not good, it just gets forgotten about 2 years after it comes out, but everybody still remembers the original. So nothing gets
Yes.
ruined. Just like there was a RoboCop remake, it came out and it vanished. But if somebody were to say RoboCop, you know what they're talking about. You know that they're talking about the movie that from the '80s with Peter Weller. So tangential, but we're stoners. Um,
That's what we do.
yeah. So yeah, Danny McBride. He's crass and he's uncouth, and these two are brothers. And I guess that Danny's
Selfish.
the selfish. He's the youngest brother. Yes, because James Franco is the prince who's going to be the king, and then Danny McBride is
The embarrassment.
right.
But James Franco loves his brother
Hmm.
and wants him to be his best man. And this is James Franco's right hand guy because his left hand is gone. Uh, joke, but he is not happy that James Franco has asked his younger brother to be his best man.
Right. Yeah, Zoe Deschanel.
Is hardly in this movie
Yep.
and is not given much to do while she is in this movie.
Nope. Just wasted talent.
And there's some really lazy jokes like this where my penis will go after we're married.
So apparently there was the first cut of this movie was 2.5 hours long, which have mercy because I think there's a reason that one hasn't been surfaced over the years. No one needs that. But I guess that it was considered way too like lewd and vulgar, and so they just like made them cut so much stuff. Which again, like I am not a prude by any means at all, but like with Danny McBride, like just a lot of these things, like
It's lazy.
yeah, it is. It's like come on, man, like the same joke. Like if you make one more masturbation joke just to close out the movie. Okay, cool. There it is. Like we get it. You're gonna do the jerk off thing a lot, and it's lazy. So a 2.5 hour cut of this movie is something that nobody needs.
I'm not sure we needed the cut we got.
Spoiler. Yeah.
And by the way, I know it sounds like we're shitting on the movie,
Yeah.
but I believe James Franco has also shit on this movie.
Yes.
Natalie Portman does not have a lot of good things to say about
No.
this movie.
No. They
Uh,
knew they knew what they were doing. Kind of. I don't know. I mean, they must have had. But
well, Natalie Portman was getting ready to do Black Swan,
I think this
but
was after Black Swan.
she
No.
wasn't sure that they were going to be able to pull the funding together for Black Swan. So she said,
Oh.
I will take this movie and then I can take my paycheck from this movie and help make Black Swan if it doesn't get funding.
Ah. Okay.
I can fund it. And then Black Swan got funding and she was stuck in this movie that she was only doing for a quick paycheck.
And Black Swan did end up coming out first, didn't it? I think she had.
I don't remember, but I remember seeing Black Swan. So
Yeah. I want to say that she had already won the Oscar before this came out.
and we
This.
have our villain Lazar. He is
Yeah.
back,
The rapey witch.
and there's a
Sorry, Warlock.
prophecy, and he's going to have sex with the Virgin. Which is we kind of skipped over. Zoe Deschanel was being held by this man. She was raised as a prisoner by this man for the sole purpose of sexual assault on a certain night when the moons
We're
intersect
in
with
the
each other
seventh hour.
and prophecy stuff.
Yeah.
And James Franco had rescued her and fallen in love. And now he comes and says, I want her back.
Yeah.
And brings some witches.
Thank you for that little plot exposition there, because I'm gonna be honest. I had a very hard time paying attention to this movie, so I didn't even realize the little plot beat that you just said that she was raised by him. I somehow missed that entirely. There was a chunk of the middle of the movie that I definitely was zoned out during too. So
Yeah, which explains that line. I shall not go back to that dreadful tower. And then, boom, he gets shot
yeah,
through the
but
back.
but don't worry, because he's a wizard.
But whoop,
He does a little Wolverine healing trick there. Does a little Gozer from Ghostbusters action here. Just borrowing things from movie villains.
just a little telekinesis. And he freezes him.
Mm. That is not a full freeze because he continues to move very slowly. I like that part.
There were some nice effects.
Yeah.
Then the brother that missed it all shows up. But you know what this means? There's going to be a quest.
Right. Who doesn't like a good quest? By the way, we're going to save our is this a stoner movie discussion for the very end, like we always do. But there's not a lot like this it's a weird one, this movie, because I feel like it definitely is a stoner movie, but there's not a ton of weed in this movie.
Now, we kind of skipped over when he was smoking some weed
Right.
during the wedding. So he is technically high right here.
But which one of them? Franco or Danny McBride?
Danny McBride.
Okay. Yeah, they both were probably high the whole movie. And they do
But I
mention
mean,
weed a couple times.
in
Right.
character, he is high.
Oh no, I meant in character too. Like they
Yeah.
might both be high.
And off he goes with the Knights Elite.
Yeah, who doesn't like a good quest?
But they have to go see the wise wizard to get information.
And this was the first scene that really like the whole thing with the wise wizard. It's just too much.
And because James Franco has a mechanical bird, now we have a pet lizard. Steven. But yes, we are getting high here.
Mhm.
There's no pretending. Uh, although I believe he called it some good collie.
Yeah, we all know what it is. Yeah, no 10th anniversary re-release for this one. Next year it's 15. I don't think there'll be any 15th anniversary re-release. Although it does have a bit of a cult following now compared to what it was, the success that it had when it first came out.
That just means there's like 50 people with bad taste.
Right. Pretty much.
And I know that there are cult favorites of mine
Mhm.
that mean I have bad taste, and I'm okay with that.
I would have liked this wizard more if he was Sacha Baron Cohen. I wanted him to be Sacha Baron Cohen. Sometimes he looked like Sacha Baron Cohen to me, and I just sat there and I thought like Sacha Baron Cohen would have done this so much better. Is what's this guy's name? He's slumming it big time here. Toby something.
God, I can't remember.
Yeah.
His character is just horrible. It's
Yes,
it's good. Toby Jones.
Toby Jones. And Damian Lewis, is that the redhead?
Yes, who I recognize from having seen 500 clips from his show Billions uh,
Oh yeah, I've never seen
on
Billions.
social media.
I'm
Nor
not
have
sure.
I, but I have seen 500 clips of it.
It's supposed to be a good show. He was in another show that I did see some of years ago called it was, I don't remember the name of it, but it was a show with Claire Danes, and she was like a FBI or CIA agent, and it turned out that he was like a Russian spy. Oh, what the hell was the name of that show? It was a good show. It was on forever. Um,
I don't know.
not ringing any bells. Claire Danes, Damien. There we go.
Now he is none of the things he has been in have I seen.
Homeland. Homeland was the name of that show. That was a good show. And then he was in a movie that I have a special place in my heart for. It's one of the worst movies of this century, if not ever. Dreamcatcher, based on the Stephen King novel. Did you ever subject yourself to that one?
One time,
Yeah.
and I don't remember anything except like the book. I hated the book.
Uh,
I despised the book, and the movie was worse.
way worse. Yeah, the book I read like that. It was a bad book. I saw the movie, and then it made me reappraise the book as maybe not so bad.
Wasn't
I
as
mean,
bad as the movie.
right?
Oh fuck, I hated it.
Movie's a lot worse, like a lot
Yes,
worse.
and I have not seen it since, and I
Yeah.
have no intention to. So I like
So
the puppet. I like the puppet.
yeah, you know who it reminds me of? It reminds me of a Jim Henson puppet from the show Farscape. Do you remember Farscape?
I do.
You know the puppet I'm talking about, then,
I
right?
do. I don't
Yeah.
remember his name because I haven't seen the whole thing, and I
Uh
never got
but
obsessed with
yeah,
it.
same. But it was a very similar looking. It had like the long tendrils from the face that like looked like some kind of a weird alien mustache thing. Yeah, why does there have to be sexual tension with the puppet? I hated this. I I don't like the creepy, rapey, like I never I don't like that character on Family Guy, and I like Family Guy more than a lot of people do. Like I do like Family Guy, but like I never liked that old man molester character. I don't like this guy. The implication that he used to have some sort of horrible sexual relationship with James Franco when he was young, like it's I don't know. I don't see the humor in that. Maybe I'm a fuddy duddy, but
No, I agree. I found it very tedious.
yeah,
Uh, it was the kind of thing you think is funny when you're 12 years old,
right.
or maybe even a little younger than that.
And it may be like the kind of thing that could be like if it's just like like one joke about it, so that as the audience you're like, did was that just a joke? But then it like moves on from it so quickly that like it's not lingering on it. Like it can work when done like that, but like when it just is so overt and lingering and like keeps going, it's just so gross. You know
It
what?
never lands. It never
No.
lands.
You know what I really like Danny McBride in? I like the the Royal Gemstones. Is that what it's called?
Royal
Yeah,
Gemstones is brilliant.
yeah. Pretty sure he didn't write that one.
It has actual writers. I think he's definitely a creative force behind it.
uh,
No, it has actual writers.
right. Righteous Gemstones. That's what it is. I conflated the Righteous Gemstones with the Royal Tenenbaums there. Yeah, they're trying to make him eat the heart of some dead animal because they're going on a quest and it's his first time on a quest. He just wanted to get everybody high, so there was another weed joke there.
Well, this guy's up to no good.
I feel like I missed this scene too.
Oh, he does some black magic and
Ah, okay. He's
conjures up Lazar and reveals that he's been a double agent.
all right. That explains what happens next. He's all bitter that he had to eat a heart.
And Courtney saw Julie doing his little spell. So he came to tell the prince about it. This guy's not going to pretend.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I think I was already fading in and out of attention by this. I don't remember him being naked.
It happens very quickly.
Hmm.
And but you realize that he does not have a penis. When he is naked, he does not have a penis.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we are never explained if it was cut off or if he's like some sort of a demon.
Uh,
He just doesn't have a penis. But
because
then we
then he
find out that
tries
this
to.
guy is also a bad guy, and
Right.
all the knights are now against the prince.
Yes. They're all with the evil rapist. So now we have a chase scene.
But it's just the two brothers and Courtney. And all of the knights elite. You would think they wouldn't have a chance.
Even though this movie is super goofy and a huge flop, they did film it on location in Northern Ireland.
Oh, they spent a lot of money making this.
They did. Okay, no, yeah, so Natalie Portman she joined before her Oscar buzz peaked, but I think that she had won it before it came out. And it was really only because of the success of Pineapple Express that this movie got made as well. Pineapple Express was such a big hit that the studio was like, "Hey, do whatever you want to do for your follow-up. We trust you." Studios, I think, have really gotten away from doing that. It
I wonder
often
why.
yeah, no shit.
Example.
Yeah.
This was a teachable moment. There's some interesting stunt work here. I, I I think we should be fair. The movie looks good.
It does. It's yeah, no, it's a good looking movie. Like you could tell that it used its budget. It's just one of those like why? Why was there such a budget? Why was there? And the answer is because Pineapple Express was so successful. But David Gordon Green is like I think now he's kind of known as a filmmaker who's just very hit or miss. He did like the newest Halloween movies, right? Wasn't that him?
I'm going to say yes.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
he did the new
Okay.
Halloween movies.
Yeah,
Uh,
and I know that those are like widely considered pretty uneven. Like maybe the first one was really liked, and then the
First
second
one
one
was
not so
very
much.
good.
Yeah,
First
but
one
then
was very good.
it really lost the thread though, right? Like, but across the trilogy.
I didn't like two as much, and I skipped three.
Okay. Yeah, I saw them all. I don't remember the details enough about them, but like I remember at the end of the second one, I think it was revealed that like Michael was supernatural and couldn't be killed with anger. There was something there, and then in the third one, they just like literally forgot that that was a thing, and he was very mortal again, and also not really in it very much. It was weird. But yeah, so that's that's David Gordon Green, and that I think that could have been a case too of like the first movie. He was really successful with the first Halloween movie, and then maybe they were like, yeah, get weird with the next ones, and then not so much. Some directors like need to be reeled
Well,
in.
it was also co-written by Danny McBride.
This one, yeah.
No, Halloween Kills.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
Wow,
Yeah, Danny McBride co-wrote the Halloween movies.
weird, cool, but weird.
He's got his fingers in a lot of pies.
Uh, uh he would love that line that you just said. He would laugh like Beavis and Butthead at that. By the way, if anyone's watching this, include and you yourself, if you haven't seen like the new Beavis and Butthead revival, it's really good. Like the current season that's currently on Comedy Central is excellent. Good stuff. Mike Judge. Mike Judge is not a man who needs to be reeled in, I think. Mike Judge is a guy who like you can just trust him. You can just be like, yeah, you want to do more Beavis and Butthead? Go do it. You want to do more King of the Hill? Go do it. You want to make some weird movie about the future? Go do that. Like Mike Judge doesn't miss, unless I'm leaving some horrible big miss of his out.
He's proclaiming his love.
Yeah.
I did kind of like this, and I wish they had done a little more with it. Where Danny McBride says, "Yeah, but so what if Lazier has his way with her? Are you still gonna love her?
uh,
Do you just love her because she's a virgin?"
who's this? I see a naked woman in the background there. I don't
She's
remember
not
this.
naked, but she's definitely lightly clothed.
Mm.
See, I have played enough Dungeons and Dragons and I know this is a trap.
Yeah, look at that. Halloween, Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends, all written by Danny McBride. All of them. Now that I know that, I like, I was kind of joking when I said that between the second and third movie, they forgot what the second movie was about. But now that I know it was Danny McBride, like, yeah, maybe they literally just we forgot. All right, so this is I like this scene for like the spectacle of it. This was kind of cool effects. I thought the monster that they fight uh was kind of clever. I really didn't like this dude though.
Yeah,
Seemed
this the whole fat
like,
guy head of the women tribe was not
yeah,
good.
no, he just felt
Martini.
like another sex pest, like
I could have
distasteful
done
villain.
without Matiti.
Hmm. Yeah, they're in a gladiator situation here. Here comes the champion.
James Franco was at Fantastic Fest.
This year,
Yes.
like for a movie or just
His wife directed a movie that was playing at Fantastic Fest.
huh?
So he was just there with her.
Was that uncomfortable at all?
No, I feel like he says he has done the
Uh,
work. Uh if you don't let people clean up their act and give them a second chance, then what's the incentive to clean up your act?
oh, I completely
Uh
agree. So that's good.
so
I didn't realize that he was at a place where he had done some work. So good. I no, I firmly think everybody deserves
but like
a
also though at no point was like, hey, look, if James Franco's here. Uh no, he was just there because his wife was there.
yeah.
She got up and talked, but I don't think he did. I didn't see her movie.
Uh,
I also did not hear good things about her movie.
that's too bad. I don't even know who his wife is.
Nor do I. Hey, suck out the venom. We're gonna make another suck
Yeah,
joke.
here it comes.
So many suck jokes. But then Natalie Portman shows up.
Yeah, so the monster, like I said, it's kind of cool. Like he's got some weird cauldron, and he dips his hand in it. And when he dips his hand in it, it his hand becomes like a hydra. Kind of neat. I thought that was clever. Yeah, like you said, here's Natalie Portman being badass. She's just like a super mighty warrior,
More of a rogue.
rogue, spoken like a man who has played a lot of Dungeons and Dragons. Ranger, even maybe.
Yeah, except she's very much more chaotic.
Hmm.
Like she will steal some shit.
Yeah,
She
so
was
she threw a spear.
yeah.
He's dead. He collapses face first into that cauldron. And then that makes his big giant face come out of the ground. Again, just kind of a neat, I don't know, like maybe the most clever, like unique thing in this movie.
Hey, we should team up.
Yeah. No, I'm too good for you.
And then there's this rule that you're not supposed to ask people about their quest.
Right. Which, you know what? Not a terrible rule.
Danny McBride's got the hots for Natalie Portman, but who can blame him? This is not Natalie Portman.
This is not Natalie Portman.
That scene of her about diving into the water was not her.
I read that it was.
No, the water was cold and she did not want to dive in.
Or okay, her butt is real though, because she made a lot of comments about the goosebumps. That's what I read.
Yeah, but she.
Okay, so
Yeah, it wasn't that she didn't want to show her butt.
so she does show her butt, but then it's a stunt double that jumps in.
Yes, so at
Okay.
least part of that is not her.
Gotcha.
My understanding is most of it was not her.
Aha. Well, I don't blame her. I don't jump into cold water.
Nor do I.
willingly
Nor do
either.
I.
Hurts.
Tragic backstory.
Yeah. The evil wizard killed all of her family. It's very sad. And yeah, they've left him alone to try and make his move because they are enablers.
And now we find out that James Franco's character has always been jealous.
Right. And we also find out that Danny McBride's character has always loved James Franco, and now the healing can begin.
Wizard. And Danny McBride breaks the code.
Telling her too much about the quest?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, because Danny McBride is stupid.
Why would anybody want to be with you? I live in a castle and I can do magic.
Hey, Zoe Deschanel's in this movie. And a masturbation joke. We hadn't had one of those in a few minutes.
And it was somewhat necessary. They had done this whole thing building him up as this classic incel, and it was almost good, and then that just kind of
Uh-huh.
like
Right. So they're looking for the blade of unicorn because anyone who's ever seen a fantasy movie or read a fantasy book or played Dungeons and Dragons or played a Zelda game or anything else knows that you cannot go up against the big boss unless you have the magic sword for the job. So they need to find the magic sword because it's the only thing that can kill the wizard. And the only way to find the magic sword is to use a magic compass, which has been stolen by Natalie Portman.
because Danny McBride told her all about it.
Yeah, because he's dumb. Because he's a dumb man, and that's a beautiful shot. Can you hear the dogs barking? By the way,
I can.
oh god, it's my upstairs neighbors.
And we're in a classic movie, medieval town,
Yeah,
going to the end.
the prancing pony, except it's the horse's piss or something like that.
But they find her
Yeah,
at the horse's piss, the piss horse.
here's the two moons getting closer to the eclipse, the big rape eclipse.
And James Franco is surrounded by the knights.
And we find out that the pigeon is dead, right?
Yeah, at some point they beat up the pigeon.
Yeah.
I totally zoned on that.
Yeah, I zoned on a lot. but I just remember that I remember it comes back at the end, which I deduced meant that at some point in the movie it goes away. I couldn't remember exactly when it goes away.
Isn't the wise wizard a pervert?
Yes. So they all have basically the same quest to kill Lazar. But she wants to be the one to do it. And she's also probably the most competent of them. Or certainly the most competent.
James Franco is quite competent.
He is.
His
He's a
character.
good, yeah.
Danny McBride is the weakest link.
Yeah.
And that's saying something because Courtney's there.
I kind of knew from the first moment that this big Conan guy is on screen. I kind of understood. Like I was like, I know what's gonna happen to that guy. Like I know the joke that they're gonna do with that guy, and they did the joke that I knew that was gonna happen with him. Yeah, so the two of them are contemplating running off. You know, James Franco has been captured, right? And they have to go
James
rescue him.
Franco's been captured.
Yeah.
Danny McBride did manage to steal the compass back. So he's not completely incompetent.
A broken clock and all that. I have the munchies. I will be right back.
Go. I did like the idea of Thaddeus being able to speak dwarf.
One of my new favorite stoner food go-tos is Pop-Tart bites. They're just like Pop-Tarts, but smaller, and you don't have to have the guilt of eating them cold, because they're meant to be eaten cold.
I have never had guilt about eating Pop Tarts cold.
Good.
I have eaten probably 80% of the Pop Tarts I've eaten.
They're better cold. Yeah. Or they're at least as good cold.
They're ready now.
Right. All right, so they're going into the labyrinth. And we all know what is in a labyrinth. And
There
there
he
it
is.
is. Yep. The Minotaur. Are we going to see its dick? It is a Danny McBride movie, so what do you think?
But there's the sword of unicorn.
Yeah, they're separated now. So he went and found the sword, and it's he's greeted by some kind of an oracle who determines whether or not he's a real and true hero worthy of carrying the sword.
And he says, I'll put it back down.
Yeah, he wants to leave. He wants to give up. He's not the right guy. And the oracle's going to open up a door that'll take him directly home and give him all that he's ever wanted. All the weed and the woman and the throne. All he has to do is put the sword down and leave. But now we're going to cut away to another rape. It's been about an hour and a half maybe since the last time there was a rapey scene, so another reason to feel bad for that character. Yeah, and of course Danny McBride is a true hero, so he didn't go through the door. He goes and slays the Minotaur, and now he wants to take a trophy, tries to cut off the Minotaur's horn. Can't do that, so he takes the dick. And now for the rest of the movie, he walks around with a thick unicorn dick rotting around his neck.
Minotaur.
Yes, Minotaur. A unicorn sword and a thick Minotaur dick around his neck. There we go. Budget Lord of the Rings shot. And we are in the final act. The eclipse is coming. Sexual
The
assault is
wizard has
nigh.
his hair down.
Mm-hmm.
Julie. An implication that they had a homosexual relationship.
Even though he has no dick.
No.
But that's okay. He could always.
The redhead and James
Oh,
Franco.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
They cross swords and touch lips.
Yeah. Yeah, so she's like possessed by some sex demon now or something? What is happening exactly with that?
I couldn't really
Okay.
follow along at this point.
Yeah, so
It all got
somehow right. And so to make it all feel maybe a little bit less like sexual assault, um she is now like filled with some kind of a monster or something that wants, because she's going to give birth to a dragon. As he's going to impregnate her, she's going to have birth to a dragon. So now she's like begging for it, and he's like, "Oh, I don't know. I'm not. I'm too intimidated. I'm too scared to do what I have to do now." So, again, I feel like just to in the writers' room, they figured out a way to soften the sexual assault that they themselves wrote into the movie. So, whatever. Hey, she said the name of the movie. She said, "Your Highness." You see, there he is. The bird's back. And, nice emotional scene. The two brothers love each other now. Natalie Portman has a look on her face that says, "Why am I here? what have I done?"
We can finish this when you girls are ready.
Yeah, she calls them the maidens a few times. No, they John Wick up the stairs, just killing lots and lots and lots of minions. This was a fun scene. I like this. For I was back to paying attention again during this part. And the three witches, thanks Shakespeare. Ever since Macbeth, we now have three crony witches in all things like this. I did chuckle when he said the fucking. I don't know.
That was a good line. The fucking
Uh, uh,
witches trying to hold down the fort. Our heroes battling through. He just wants the girl to be quiet.
mm. Yeah, at least he's not really like looking forward to what he has to do. It's a little less creepy.
Oh no, it's actually much creepier.
It's all just very creepy.
He wants her to lay passively like a doll.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
But
trying to.
it's a good look for the character because he's supposed to be horrible. So
Right.
again, they're painting him like the worst of the incels,
Yeah.
and that I'm okay with.
Yeah. So the eclipse is beginning. I bet in a 2.5 hour cut, there were lots and lots of gay jokes about these two. They probably make out here for a minute. Yeah, they're confessing that they've always loved each other, and And Damian Lewis does the ultimate confession. No, I loved you as a man loves another man, and that James Franco did not agree. Here we go. Now he's gonna turn into a like a Trogdor dragon, a dragon man.
Is he gonna burn an eighth countryside?
Burning the peasants.
In the thatched roof cottages. Magic is flying. People are falling.
Yeah. Suddenly, Natalie Portman has a magical shield. Never know when such a thing will come in handy. Yeah, maybe I don't know if she was possessed by the witches or what, because when she kills the witches, she snaps out of it, right?
Oh yeah, it was a witchly spell.
Yeah. And this cliche has been done so many times. I cannot be slain by mortal blade when I have the blade. It's done like twice in Lord of the Rings. There's an episode of Buffy that does it. Oh, lots and lots of things. Do you remember that? Did you watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer? Were you a fan back in the day before we
I
all knew
did.
Joss was such a? Yeah, there was that season where there was like the judge. He was like this big demon, and the whole season they knew that he could not be killed by mortal weapons. I cannot be killed by any weapon made by man. But then at the end they just blow him up with a rocket launcher, because back when the prophecy was made that he couldn't be killed by weapons made by man, man couldn't make rocket launchers. I always thought that was both cheesy and funny.
It
But
was at least different.
yeah, it's coming back, with
Buffy?
no involvement from Joss Whedon whatsoever. Yeah, they either filmed the pilot already or it's in production right now.
Interesting.
Hmm. Yeah, Sarah Michelle Gellar, she's back doing like a she'll be like the wise old person role.
It could be good or not.
Yeah, like anything else, you just have to kind of accept at this point that they're gonna redo if there's a thing that was once popular, they're gonna redo it. And sometimes it's gonna be great, sometimes it's gonna suck, and then I think most of the time it's just gonna be kind of mid, and you won't remember that it even happened. So yeah,
Hey, we're
they
not gonna stay together. We're in
um
love,
yeah
but
they're
I'm
in
gonna
love
go.
because of that one thing that they did together. She's leaving. He's watching her go. Quest complete. Go after her. No, no. It's super believable that Natalie Portman would fall in love with him in any capacity ever for any reason. And I was waiting for the king, Tywin Lannister there. Like I was waiting for him to be a bad guy the whole movie, just because he was so good at being so evil on shit, I said it again. On Game of Thrones for so long. That I just assumed like, yeah, there's gonna be a twist at the end where he turns out to be a jerk, but nah,
Now this
he's
was
all right.
before.
Was it? Yeah,
Yes.
I guess it was.
before, or at least roughly the same time.
Yeah, I think maybe season 1 or 2 might have been out. All right, so here we go. He's jerking off.
Yep, they were both the same year, season one.
Season 1 was 2011.
Yep.
Couldn't remember if I got into Game of Thrones right before I moved to Austin or right after. And it would have been right after because I got to Austin in January of 2011.
James Franco went on a mini quest and found the lizard.
Yeah. And he wants to go on another quest. Who knows? Maybe this will start a franchise.
Yeah, no.
And we're wrapping things up. And that's about it. He's going to go back to bed and finish jerking off.
You hope.
But, oh, wait. Look who just came back. The quest that she had to go on took, I don't know, quarter of a day or a half a day or whatever. And so she managed to get right back there.
I was just about to finish thinking of you.
Yeah.
But wait,
Yeah, they're gonna hook up. They're gonna
I'm
have sex.
cursed.
But turns out that she is wearing an enchanted chastity belt. Oh no. He doesn't really want to do it. But then he remembered that he wants to have sex with Natalie Portman.
I kind of agree with him here, though. We could take a day or two before we go.
Yeah. Then he changes his mind though. No, fuck it, let's kill the bitch. I don't know why that was the last line of the movie. I don't know that it landed the way that anyone thought that it was gonna land. Like it just felt kind of.
Honestly, it was kind of the funniest thing in the movie.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
But maybe I was just relieved it was over.
Yeah. All right. So that was holy shit. Justin Theroux was Lizar. Wow, I didn't realize that. The guy from did you ever see the show on HBO, The Leftovers? I think that was him.
No. I've seen him in Mulholland Drive. I remember him in Inland Empire. Uh,
Yeah, that was him. Yeah, The Leftovers is a really, really good show. If you are ever looking for a new show, I strongly recommend that one. Very weird.
he was a screenwriter for Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, I like him. I'm disappointed that he was that character, but I like him. All right. So I think it's obvious what we both thought of this, but why don't we go? Why don't you go first? What did you think in a nutshell
It's
of
not
this?
good.
No.
It's not good. I've seen worse movies,
Yeah, we've watched worse movies here probably.
but I didn't enjoy this at any point.
Right.
It just it it wasn't bad enough to enjoy, nor was it good enough to enjoy. It was just
Just bad.
there.
Yeah.
You
And I
chuckle
think
every once in a while, mildly,
yeah, chuckle's
but
too hard a word for me. I snickered occasionally. I gave a little 5 or 6 times maybe.
no, and I'm gonna have to say the presence of weed and we got high a few times. That's not enough to make it a stoner film.
Yeah, see, and there's smoke happening like during the credits. They wanted it to be a stoner movie. And I see there is some smoke. Like I call it a stoner movie for like ambiguously. Like it's just like because it was made by potheads. It was inspired by like it was conceived obviously while stoned. It was executed while stoned by at least some of them. And like I can't imagine anybody enjoying this movie in any capacity if they're not high. But
But
yeah,
I
I
was
was
high and I did not enjoy this
no, no,
movie.
I didn't either. And I was also high. But
Oh, I'm gonna say it fails at being
yeah,
a stoner film. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, I'm certainly not gonna argue. I'm not gonna argue against that.
it
I think
wanted
it's
to
right.
be.
It did. It did want to be. And something I read was that by 2011, stoner comedies were like kind of having like a the bubble had burst and they weren't having a moment anymore. So I wonder if maybe there was more stuff in it, like more stoner stuff in it that was cut. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's a movie for stoners by stoners, I guess, but it's not a. There is certainly
It,
weed added nothing to the plot
it
whatsoever, and was
no.
barely there.
If it was trying to be a stoner film, and I think it was, it
Yeah,
did not succeed.
hmm I don't
Uh,
think it succeeded really at anything. I don't think.
although Wikipedia does say it's a stoner comic fantasy.
Right. No, I mean it will be. But we are discerning men of taste and culture in this topic. So our opinion is obviously the most well thought out and rationed. But this will appear this will appear on like just most like yes like I think most
But those lists are put together by the man.
right exactly yeah that's what I was trying to say is that like the most of the whoever's tabulating movies is stoner movies and putting together lists is not doing it the same way that we are
It's got weed in it. It's got to be a stoner film
right
because they put it in the name. If they put it in the name,
right
your highness.
right but like and like I said there's smoke happening during the credits like so they wanted it to be they wanted like we you to be thinking of weed on so like some subliminal level at least like they were like yeah weed but it was no no I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Now, and
I,
it's it's obvious to me why I remembered nothing about it.
well, I think that sums up
I think it
Your
does.
Highness quite well. Uh, I don't know that there's any more to say. So
No,
I'm going to say, what did you bring us for next week?
um, you know, I didn't have anything in mind, but then earlier today I sent you a news story that Dolly Parton may be having a tough time, and it got me to remember at some point the movie 9 to 5 came up, and I've never seen it. I can't remember if you said it was or was not a stoner movie though.
I don't think 9 to 5 would qualify as a stoner movie.
Okay,
Uh, I think that would definitely be a
total.
possibility for Total Recall,
Uh,
but no, no, I don't.
then is it time that we pull the trigger on Dazed and Confused? Or we could always what's the one that we've been holding off on until Bride of Pumpkinhead could join us?
Yeah, let's do that one in 2 weeks, so that'll give me time to ask before we commit.
Okay.
So uh,
Then can you think of something other than Dazed and Confused? I
I
want to
need to
watch a good
watch.
movie.
I need to watch Dazed and Confused. I have to. I have to erase the secret shame
Oh,
uh,
that's right. You've never seen it.
of never having seen this movie, uh,
Oh, now I kind of
which
want
at
to
a
make it
certain
like an
point
event.
has made it hard to watch the movie.
Well, sure. Yeah.
It just every year it got a little harder.
Yeah,
to
I've got
watch
those
this
movies as
movie
well.
because I haven't seen it, and like,
Right.
so it's just rip the Band-Aid off,
All right, let's do
erase
Days
the
of Confused.
shame,
Yeah,
and we're gonna watch Dazed and Confused, and
let's see if we can get Jeff on board for that too, because
for
I feel
sure,
like
for
that's like
sure,
a big moment.
there might be, I don't know, there might be a couple other people. We'll see.
Nice. I'm excited. I don't think I have seen Dazed and Confused all the way through in 20 years. So it's one of those movies like some other movies that we've watched here on this podcast where like it was an important movie in a certain time and place in my life. It was a movie that I watched repeatedly while stoned with a group of friends who I'm no longer really well, who several of who are no longer alive at this point, and just so I am excited to go back and revisit this one through the lens of adulthood. It'll be fun.
Indeed. Then that's what we shall do.
All right. Well, then tune in next week
I
for
did think about it.
Days
I
and
was actually driving
Confused.
down Lamar uh, a few weeks ago and went by Top Notch and wished that I had not just eaten and could stop
Yeah,
for a charcoal grilled burger, but it made me think of the movie.
Top Notch, one of the few old Austin places still open.
Yeah, I'm sad I didn't get in.
Yeah.
I I did. I got to go to Huts
Oh,
the
nice.
last September that it was there.
You know what I really miss is Burger Tex. Do you remember them?
Yes, the one on airport.
Yeah,
Oh God, that place was so good.
so good. I actually forgot that they were gone, and I was on airport in that neighborhood a couple months ago, and I was like, I know where I'm going for lunch, and like I like drove up and down the street because I was like, I must like I was like I'm misremembering where it was, and then I
You know,
actually
my
thought to take my
office
phone out and Google it, and realized no, it's been gone. It's
for
been gone.
many years, my office was right down the road.
Oh,
So
nice.
so we burger text a lot.
Yeah. No, there's so many places, so many of these like just old Austin places are gone. But I mean, what a lot of them are just because people retired too, though. Burger Tex was like the guy had done it for like 40, 50 years or whatever. COVID happened, and
He was old.
yeah, he was like, I'm done. I'm
He
done.
was old. He
So
was tired because
exactly.
I don't know that I ate there more than a handful of times, and he
Mhm.
wasn't there. And I don't know that I ever ate there when he wasn't grouchy. He was not
Yeah.
a happy man.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah.
He was a
But you know what? They were making fresh buns. They were making fresh buns 3 times a day.
because
You know how I know they were making fresh buns 3 times a day?
you
Because
could
there were no
smell
fewer than 30 signs
them. That's right.
around Burger Tex telling
Yeah.
me how often they were making fresh buns.
Uh,
But damn it, those buns were good.
they were
He
good.
had every right to be proud.
Hmm.
I always wanted to sit at the table that was shaped like Texas.
Uh, you never did.
Oh, I did. I always
Okay.
did. It was the best.
Oh, good. Yeah, Burger Tex. Long gone.
But there's a Whataburger at the airport now. So you can literally pick up your rental car at the airport and
Yeah.
just whoop right into Whataburger.
One of the things I do like about the Austin airport is like in the concourse itself, all of the restaurants that they have are like local Austin type restaurants.
Yeah, but you can't do that coming in because you got to go pick up your bag.
You could wait. it'll 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 wait. They're not gonna
Maybe it might
yeah.
disappear.
Plus you're just I mean, you're eager.
Yeah.
whenever you land.
Now that's a on the way home thing.
Yeah. Mhm.
Uh,
For sure.
Yeah, yeah. It's the first thing I did when I got in. Just zip,
Nice. Gotta get
Whataburger.
the Whataburger. All right. Well, I am ready for bed.
Gotta get to bed.
Can't wait to watch a good movie though and get the taste of that shit out of my mouth. I'm sorry if it was my idea. It's possible that I was looking at a list. I never would have come up with that movie like on my own. It's possible that I was looking at a list and it was on the list and I was like, "Hey, what
It's
about Your Highness?"
it's part of the project.
Yeah,
They can't all be good or it's not a project.
right. I feel like usually when they're bad, we all know they're bad. I don't think that there have been too many that like somebody has loved and the other one has hated.
Yeah, it wasn't this one.
No.
Well, good
Well,
night, everybody.
like and
Like,
subscribe.
subscribe, and we will see you hopefully in a week.
All right, all right, all right.